Mentioned it was a season low 49 points for Michigan. It was actually also the third lowest point total for a Wolverine squad in an NCAA tournament game ever. And so when you consider all that, Jess, it's understandable why they lost their game. But if you want to fine-tune exactly what went wrong, the last 5 minutes and 22 seconds of the game, they missed every single field goal they put up.
8 straight misses to end the game, multiple opportunities at the rim. They've made those shots all year. The pressure just got to them in this game. They weren't able to overcome that. The Mike Smith three-point attempt on the break, I love that shot. He went for the win. The defender dropped off of him. Good play sets coming out of those timeouts for Wagner. Wagner was off this entire night. They both were, but they had golden opportunities and they just couldn't score. And in a low possession game, Mike, the 14 turnovers were probably what did them in. Michigan just doesn't turn the ball over, and when you compound that with not being able to buy a bucket late, it wasn't meant to be. It's heartbreak city for a team that deserved to go to the Final Four and had a spectacular season.
You know, if you just look at the last 20 seconds of the game, Michigan had 3 different possessions, basically, with a chance to score. Wagner tried a 3. It was an air ball. Brooks got the ball, tried to throw it back in. That missed. They got another chance after fouling UCLA, who only went 1-1 of the free throw line. That's when you saw the Smith 3, then another chance for Wagner with the 3. It's not like they didn't have opportunities.
No, that's what hurts so bad. That's why those kids are brokenhearted in the locker room right now. I mean, was this the game where they needed Isaiah Livers? We'll never know. But this is the time of the game where he shines, especially with his teammates struggling. Hunter Dickinson made some big plays in this game, but like you mentioned, he's the only Wolverine to be in double figures. That just doesn't happen. Eli Brooks made some great plays in this game to get this thing closed tighter and to give them an opportunity to win, but they missed shots that they normally make late. They had 3 golden opportunities, and it just wasn't meant to be, Mike.
Dickinson, Wagner, Brooks, and Smith, their top 4 scorers, all scored below their season average in this game. You're right, Isaiah Livers, they found a way to win the first 3 games of this tournament without him, but when you consider he's not just 13 points a game and 6 boards, but a 45% three-point shooter,
hurts.
On a night they went only 3 from 11 deep, they certainly could have used him. So here's a look at what the Big Ten did in the NCAA tournament. 8-9 overall. Do not make it to a Final Four. First time since the 2017 tournament. 3 losses by top 4 seeds came against double-digit opponents. And again, Michigan, the only team to make it to the Sweet 16. Now, when you look at the regular season, Jess, that the Big Ten had, it was undeniably great. I mean, not only was it fun and exciting to watch, but Ken Pom, who does nothing but have statistics, says statistically, this was the best year of any conference of the last 2 decades. 9 teams make it, 2 1 seeds, 2 2 seeds, a 4 as well. All that being said, there's no way to recap the NCAA tournament without calling it a massive disappointment.
No question. There's no way to sugarcoat this season during the tournament. I mean, just so many high expectations. We haven't won a national title since 2000, and Mateen Cleaves and Tom Izzo and company got that done. We were set up this year with the seedings. Illinois just did not come to play. Ohio State got upset early and tore up everybody's brackets. Iowa could not control Oregon and the speed that they had, and Michigan was really our only hope, although you give Rutgers a ton of credit. They had an opportunity to beat Houston there and let it slip away at the end, but we were the talk of the country during the regular season, and rightfully so.
Right.
Such great competition. Every night was a war, but very disappointing for the league in the NCAA tournament.
Right. Think what could have been if Ohio State didn't get upset. Think what could have been if there weren't overtime games that went the wrong way for the Big Ten. If that matchup with Loyola Chicago, which seemed to be the perfect team to beat them. What about Oregon, the perfect opponent to beat Iowa? I mean, this is what happens in a tournament like this. Sometimes a better team doesn't necessarily win, and that's what it is.
I really thought the power and the strength of the big guys in our league would dominate this tournament. And it always comes down to guard play, but I just thought Luka Garza and Kofi Cockburn and all the Purdue bigs would be able to take over this tournament, but that wasn't the case. I mean, we struggled against those quicker guards, getting those big guys in ball screen situations, and matchups are the key, and those first couple games were tough on the league.